Okay, well then I will take it off me.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
And welcome to the live puppy channel. Today we're going to watch 2 hours of dogs lying on blankets. So I'd like to welcome all of our viewers to the 2-hour dog blanket-a-thon.
You know, my dogs would watch it.
Your dogs would totally watch it.
I found that I could totally put on the live streams for my dogs when I leave now.
Oh,
But
yeah?
Toby just sits there and listens to it like he sits...
Really?
Bruno doesn't give a crap, but Toby...
And for those who don't know, Toby is the larger one with white.
The cow.
The cow. And Bruno is the smaller, muscular wiener dog. Because he is a bit bigger of a wiener dog than I'm accustomed to seeing. My family had, not my direct personal family, but my extended family had a lot of like the miniature wiener dogs. So we used to wiener dogs about that big.
I've seen some interesting wiener dogs. I saw a wiener dog pit bull mix. It looked like a little sausage.
Right?
It was adorable, though.
I guess it wasn't a wiener. We called him a wiener dog, but he was called a Bassawawa because it was a Basset Hound Chihuahua mix. It was my grandma's dog, Pepper.
Big ears?
Yes, big ears and just super stocky and super low to the ground. And entertaining dog stories. The one thing I really kind of remember, I might need to adjust the camera a little. I'm off to the side a lot.
I'm just standing on my...
Yeah, you're standing in center. This is what I like. I did pretty good with aiming for center, but anyway. I'll need to cheat it a little in a minute. So grandma's dog, slightly disgusting story, but not terribly. So Pepper never got fixed, and where Grandma was living, there were cement steps that would get up to the front door. And then as Pepper got older and older, she got to get really concerned because there was a weird growth in the bottom of his testicles. It was just this really weird texture. And then she realized it was a callus. Every time he came up the stairs, he was dragging his nuts up the stairs.
Poor dog.
Right?
Poor dog. I'm glad Toby and Bruno are good. So how's everybody doing? Hi, good morning, good afternoon.
And welcome to our live stream about testicles.
Good morning. So, remember how I told you I was going to go home and iron?
Yes.
I didn't iron.
It's all right.
But I brought all my ironing stuff so I could do it here.
That's awesome. So you have a huge basket of ironing. So for the first time after 3 weeks, what I did do to progress our Witcher build on the live stream, I actually went to the hardware store and I actually bought a selection of M3 screws so we can get a longer screw to go into those half-dome rivets we need for the shoulders, for the pauldrons.
Awesome. Sorry.
It's all right.
That's one of those things I'm like, well, we could glue on top and we can actually stitch and make it. But I'm glad, no, right?
But this is so, you've got quite a basket of show and tell here.
Yeah. I feel like this is probably the tool we're going to use today.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
You told me earlier, so I'm trying now to pretend like I have to guess, because what it looks like, it looks like an anvil.
It is an anvil.
Okay, good.
Yeah. This we use on the seams when we only want to iron the seams.
Right, because the rest of the fabric will fall off the side and you won't be hurting. Okay.
And this is the right width for seam allowance.
Being 3/4 of an inch or so, or whatever. It's the right width. Okay.
It's the right width.
All right.
And then this is also, without looking.
Without looking.
Without cheating.
Without cheating. That is also an anvil? Is it a sleeve anvil or a...
No.
No?
It's a clapper.
It's a clapper. Okay.
So, you know how heating things and then cooling them helps set the shape?
Oh, okay.
So when you're ironing, well, you're not ironing, you press.
You press.
Technically. You don't want to shift everything around and make the materials wompy.
Right, you're just pressing and then
you
pressing.
You want to just kind of press. Well, then the hot and the cold, a lot of times I just use my hands because whatever, you know,
right.
You just squish it. But it gets really hot, so this is what you use to squish your seams, squish where you were ironing to just really press it as it cools to really set things. So
iron and a clapper.
Yep, an anvil and a clapper.
Excuse me, anvil and a clapper.
And then we got a ham.
Right, you told me ham on that before. I remember being amused. Because I guess it's the right size for a ham.
Yeah, it's the right size. They shape about the size of a ham.
Yeah.
Well, this is for ironing anything that isn't a flat surface because people aren't flat.
People aren't flat, right?
And so when you're ironing darts and other curved shoulder seams and other seams, you can put this in there and iron, and you can really get your curves ironed.
Okay.
So that's what a ham.
That's what a ham is for.
This thing is 100% wool, stuffed with wool.
Okay, so it's all, the heat isn't going to bug it at all.
No, it is like solid.
Right.
This thing.
And there's no core, it's just wool?
It's wool. This thing is vintage. It's old.
Okay.
It's solid. But yeah, that's a ham, and then it has a little matching
sausage?
Sleeve roll.
Sleeve roll, okay.
So, you know how you have to try and iron your cuffs?
Right.
And sometimes they don't always have those lovely buttons to open up flat, or you're trying to get that curve right, or you got it go. Anyways, sleeve roll so you can stick it in and iron inside of a sleeve.
More tools because people aren't flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have arms.
Right.
And you can iron on your arms. Whoops. And then we just have your travel iron.
My travel iron.
And my travel iron.
Right, okay, so we have a pair of irons.
I decided I don't like your iron.
That's fine, you don't have to like my iron.
I don't.
I've had it forever. It's like an 80s travel iron. For all I know, it came with a Time Life book. I think
it's really cool.
Oops, the whole thing goes inside. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But it's as an iron, it's kind of shite.
It's just a little clunky to use.
Yeah.
To get to where get it to do what you need it to do.
It's one of those weird things that on occasion I need an iron. For some reason, I can always find that one.
Smile. I wonder why. Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of that one.
That's fine. We'll get rid of it. Well, not get rid of it.
Don't
get it off the set.
It's okay. I was just going to put it over here because it looks cool. I do like the way it looks, but...
Right. The idea is good. And it packs nice and flat and easy. But, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
At the same time, what do I need to iron? Cotton. We're good.
We're about to press some foam.
That's true.
Heat set.
Heat set.
With an iron versus using a heat gun.
Right.
Just slightly different.
Which I've got tools with heat gun, but that's different. Finish irons first.
Yeah, this one was at Smosh before I was at Smosh.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ryan bought it. I don't know. Like, it was in my kit for the longest time, and somehow it ended up with me.
Right.
And this thing is a power horse.
Okay.
Like
it's got some patina on the iron portion. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, totally. I made plastic dresses.
Right. Did that cause
No, it that starch buildup. You can clean it off with vinegar.
Oh, okay.
That
might be a little higher, but
actually my favorite way is just to use a wet towel, and then you steam it. You just take it as hot as it can get on a wet towel.
Okay.
And you just
it steams it off.
Yeah.
Okay. That's way less abrasive than, say, steel wool.
Oh, yeah, no. But I don't mind that. It doesn't bother me. But this one's my little workhorse.
Oh, wow. Sorry. I just looked at the chat for the first time in a little bit, and hey, Rob Stewart. That's awesome. Got a #1 fan jumping V from Rob Stewart, who probably knows both of us. Rob, do you remember Felicia from Decades? She dressed you more than once for a couple of different events. She talks about you quite fondly.
Oh, those heels. Okay, and then the other iron I brought is my favorite iron.
Yes?
This one is wireless.
Okay, that's very cool. And well, I guess you're heating up the metal plate, so as long as you're returning it to keep the... It'll cool as soon as it's disconnected.
Yes.
Okay.
But also at the same time, because you know it's not adding heat to it, if it's not that hot and you have a hot iron, you can also... It's only going to cool off. So you can kind of just...
Okay.
Anyways, I like that it has no cord.
Yeah.
And it's,
I can appreciate that. The cord of my little travel one wants replaced.
Yeah, little retractable cord, but this one's my favorite iron.
And a dome. Okay, so this will become one of those, everyone's going to ask for it. The shape reminds me of the radio from Portal 1.
Right? I love this thing. I have no idea where you get it from. I got it at a thrift store.
Oh, okay.
But there's that, and then, so that's my ironing tools.
That's the ironing tools. We have okay, well that's just a cord for something else.
Oh, this is, where did it?
That's the cord for the anvil?
I left that in, no, I have a steamer. That's my favorite steamer, and it's a little handheld steamer that looks like an iron. Courtney gave that to me.
Oh, nice.
And this is the cord that goes to it.
Is that in the car or is that at home?
No, that's over where I was drinking coffee in another room.
Oh, okay.
So it's just right over
Oh,
there.
right, that one. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the cord for that.
I'll run and grab that in a second.
But that's a steamer, and that one I don't let anybody use but me, because it's not a good steamer, but it's my favorite steamer.
Gotcha.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous. Okay.
It's one of those saltwater steamers where you just add a little salt, and then you put in things, and it high pressure steams.
Right.
And if you don't have the lid
exactly right,
it can leak. We're live.
We're live, and the phone's trying to participate.
Yes, so that's my steamer cord for that, and these are just sweater shavers.
Okay.
But
I understand what a sweater shaver is, but not everyone might, and the fact that they're in a leather case, and it's an older style cord to me, in fact, because you told me it's old, but even just for me, looking at the cord, it's...
That one has a cord, this one doesn't, but this one needs new batteries.
Okay.
But this thing is super dangerous, but it works better than anything new I've gotten. It has a...
Oh, wow.
This right here will really shave your polyesters and your synthetics that really like to knot up these things.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's my favorite, and this one too. They were my grandpa's. They're really old. You can't replace them. But, you know, I always buy those little ones and I run them to the ground.
Okay.
I don't want to use these ones up, so I keep buying the other ones, but...
But these ones are still working, and...
When those ones bust and you go back to your drawer, you're...
Fine, I'll use this.
Except for this one's like an electrical shock hazard. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to burn the house down when I use it.
Because... I mean, has it actually got a short somewhere, or is it...
I don't know, but I worry.
But do you get... you're just worried, so it's not actually shocking you?
No, it's not actually shocking me, but it just looks super janky when it's plugged in.
It's smaller than modern cords as far as the size of things, but otherwise, current stuff plugs in the same way, so I don't worry too much about it.
Okay.
I mean, it's, the boom boxes of the 80s and a lot of the more modern stuff have the same basic plug that plugs into the side. They're just bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all of this ironing stuff, I usually just try and replace with this.
So you're trying to replace with this?
No, I usually use, I would rather use this than any of
Does this actually replace an anvil and an iron?
Well, wrinkle releaser, you spray it, you shake it down, you're fine, you walk away.
Okay.
This is when you are pressing and making something.
Okay.
So the biggest difference between something that looks homemade and something that looks professional is if you've been pressing as you go.
Okay.
Like if you press as you go, if you push your seams nicely, if you take care of the details, your seams look good, right?
It feels like there's some sort of a depressing pun in there about being professional, but anyway, yes.
I'm not trying to, no low blows or anything, but
Right.
You finish your seams, and so pressing as you go really makes things look really good. So it takes these weird tools to really make things look nice. So I wanted to just do it on camera.
Yeah, great.
But before we do that,
we actually have stuff we can do on camera.
Right? But before we do that, I wanted to zigzag the seams.
Okay.
Just to reinforce them because we're really going to press them.
Okay.
I'll go grab the sewing machine.
All right. I will...
And say hi to people. Hi, people.
Say hi to
Sorry,
people.
we're not ignoring the chat. I'm just...
No, she's just doing her full show and tell. Let's go back to the top here because we had another question from... By the way, good morning, everyone, and welcome to my live stream. Hi, my name is Odin, and I've got a YouTube channel, Odin Makes. You probably tuned into that intentionally, I hope. Every Monday from noon to 2, I like to do a live stream, and so far I've had my lovely assistant here with me. My assistant, co-host is a better way to put it. She's not my assistant. Is Felicia, and we've been working on Witcher armor. And the whole goal of the live stream that we've been doing is to work on the Witcher armor only during the live stream, which means we're putting in what should be 2 hours worth of work every week. We're putting in maybe an hour's worth of work every week if we're lucky, because a lot of the live stream is the interaction with the fans, and it's one of the few times I get to do that. So it's really kind of cool for me. So thank you all very much for participating and giving us a chance to be able to talk back to you effectively live. And it's really fun. It is live. I mean, I'm actually live here. My brain says, yeah, but there's a 30-second delay. Well, whatever. It's live. So how's it going? So and good friend Rob Stewart, hello to you, and we're doing live to the internet. I used to work with Rob at a television station where we would do live stuff on occasion. Fun guy. Let's see. And then Blue Whiskers asks, can I make Sonic the Hedgehog shoes for a vid?
Ooh, I love making shoes.
You love making shoes?
Well, I've made a lot of shoes.
Okay.
For weird various projects.
Right. Okay, well, Sonic shoes, are oversized, iron-shaped.
Yeah, that one sounds like an interesting project.
Okay.
I don't put it past that one as one of the on the list.
Do we want to live stream list that one, or?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right.
I'm not putting it past that. I do like doing shoes.
It's cool. All right. I think I've got that on my list, but I'll try and make sure that that's there. And let's see. Oh, more comments from Rob Stewart. That makes me feel really good. Hey, Nicole King is here.
Hi, Nicole.
Yes, hello, Nicole. A couple other really quick, and then I'll try to get going here. Hola, como están, Odin Makes.
Hola.
I'll pronounce it horribly wrong.
Como estás?
Como estás. Okay. Well, there's no S at the end, but all right.
Okay.
Well, it's
no.
E-S-T-T-A with an accent mark N, so.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I
thought
if it's pronounced sauce, then maybe it is, but.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't reading. Okay.
And of course, it's fun that we get to. We're doing live. I'm in California, which makes it noon my time. I'm getting reminded from Detlef P that good evening, because it's only noon here in California. Here in windy California. Everywhere else,
it's super windy today.
It's super windy today. We got high wind warning, so I'm kind of curious if all of my trees will be standing when I get home.
My umbrella greeted me this morning.
Oh, really?
The ones I have it in the middle of the.
Oh, right.
It popped open and was over by my front door.
Oh, delightful. As long as nothing is broken. Now, Dan Does Junk, who is right here in Sacramento, says Happy Windy Monday.
It's Wednesday.
Yes, it's Wednesday. Well, I'll have a new video for Wednesday, which might still be a Wednesday. Josh Stringer asks, where am I planning on taking the cosplay? Are we planning on taking the Witcher cosplay? Okay, I'm going to assume you're asking about the Witcher cosplay. I don't think we have a plan.
We made no plans to do anything with this. I just saw, I could do that.
Right, which is totally cool. That's all we need to do is I can do that.
Yeah. So no plans.
No plans. When cons open up, you bet this is going to show up somewhere. But it may just walk around on the Kevin form. It may not be.
Could try it on. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
It fits multiple sizes, so it's not like it's restricted to one person to wear it.
Right.
So there's that. I should put these tools away because don't need them yet.
Okay.
I just wanted to zigzag that first.
Oh, here's a good question. Frickin' Pondiofi. Frickin' Pondiofi? I don't know. It's F-R-I-K-I, Pond, I-O-F-Y. Anyway, question from Spain. Not that this is a particular Spanish-only question. Odin, do you usually allocate a budget for your projects? No. I used to. When I did DIY Prop Shop, the idea was to do it for about $40-50, and that's all they wanted. I still try to kind of keep that idea, but honestly, at this point, no. However, I do still try to kind of keep it a little more affordable. I'm not afraid of spending a little more to get a project going, but I'm not restricting myself to specifically just the $40 mark. There's definitely times I'm buying materials that go higher than that, but often I'm okay with it if it'll work over multiple projects. That makes sense? So effectively, no, I don't, as much as I probably should.
In the back of your head, you kind of have it.
In the back of my head, I kind of have it.
You're within reason.
Yeah, I'm trying to be within reason.
I have that at home. It's not going to be too expensive to grab that.
Exactly.
That's the easiest.
I want to build this. I can do it with this that I've already got, but I'll need this piece, and this piece. Yeah.
So technically, mentally, yes, but physically, no. Yeah.
No, I try not to do sky's the limit on the builds, and it's just not fair to. I'm trying to present myself as, hey, you can do this too type of a channel, and you can do this too by using this diamond blade saw on Kevlar Warbler armor, and yeah, no, it's just not going to work out.
That instantly scared me away, kind of a thing. I'm like, I don't have those tools.
Right. All you got to do is cast up this. It's like, silicon's $100 to $200 a gallon. You're using 3/4 of a gallon to cast something you want once. No!
At that point, can't you just buy it?
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes.
Already
I mean,
invested?
I think you can get silicones cheaper than that now. But
you know,
my memory, yeah. And it's sold as pound kits.
Oh.
So a 10-pound kit is about a gallon, being US, right? That's what I'm used to. But it's just, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway.
I needed to replace this needle before we started because it was too dull because I'd used it on a bunch of plastic.
Oh, right. Your garbage dresses.
Yes, so I'll replace the needle, but do you mind doing the zigzagging?
No, I can do the zigzagging.
Awesome. Let me switch the needle and then...
You switch the needle? Yep.
Is it in here?
In there, or there's some that are hanging on the board behind you.
Those are the ones, because you have leather needles in it, right?
Yeah.
Those are... And I don't save old needles. They're not worth it.
Right, you mentioned that a couple times to me. Whereas I always have, because you've got a tool and I put it back. That's just what I've done.
But sewing needles, if there's something wrong with your sewing machine, first thing you change is your sewing needle. It most likely will fix the problem.
Okay.
If you're skipping stitches, it's starting to get all kind of...
It's
sewing
out of whack,
funny.
or it's dull, or...
Yeah, you
Okay.
have issues, you usually the first thing you do is sewing problems, you throw them away and you get a fresh one.
Okay.
You don't hold on to your old sewing needles. Just pet peeve. I hate going into an old thing of needles and going, which one's the sharp one and which one's the new one? Which one's the old one that somebody didn't want to throw away?
Fair enough. And yeah, all those needles I got because they were on sale. It was buy a certain number of notions, get a certain number of notions free.
Yeah.
So got a bunch of free needles.
As long as you throw away the old ones and you know they're all sharp.
Okay.
What is... Oh, that explains it.
Oh, that'll do it. All right. While you're threading that, I'll try and catch up on
what people are asking, saying.
Yep. Valentine Doré says hello from France.
Bonjour.
Yes. Almas. Well, hello to India. As I want to say, Sheikh, but that's wrong. Boy, I feel all self-conscious now because I can't pronounce things.
Okay.
It's okay. Can I please build the Berserker armor? Well, that's an undertaking. Berserker's cool. Did I catch up? Oh, I think I did. Okay. Someone's asking for the handy-dandy notebook phone used by Josh from Blue's Clues.
Oh, that'd be a fun one.
That'd be fun. Actually, Tom, that's been asked for a few times.
Oh. I'm like, why aren't you going fast?
That was a good noise.
I know, right?
Well, you killed your thread. So Bruce Marvel 88's got a great question. Hey, Odin, would it be harder to build a Godzilla suit or a King Kong suit? And I'm going to probably say Godzilla suit only because the surface is fully textured and finished and you would actually have to work at hiding the seams. Although you can hide him in a lot of his cracks. He's got a pretty lava apple fritter type of texture on his body, so you could hide a lot of the seams in those. Whereas with Kong, the fur is going to help a lot with hiding seams. Although I wouldn't want to use off the bolt fur. I would probably want to hand tie the fur because it falls a lot better, in my opinion. Yeah, I've done one that way as a Wookiee suit, Bigfoot suit, and I thought it worked really, really well. And when I sewed the Megatu, it always looked like off the bolt, 3-inch Megatu hair.
No, I was just thinking about, I've sewed several.
Yeah.
For Godzilla,
Okay.
not Godzilla, King Kong.
Right,
Monkey.
for King Kong, okay.
Yeah, those kind of
you
things.
could have sewn Godzilla for all I know.
Right? No, I have not done Godzilla, but I did King Kong a bunch of times, so that one obviously is easier for me.
Right.
But yeah, no, I could see how you can use that to get the fur. There's definitely a nap, and so the way you cut the fur.
Right.
And then also when you use fur, if you use a razor blade on the back and not scissors.
Right, because then you're not cutting the strands of hair.
Yeah, so you have to work with it, but I'm not opposed to. We have some really good furs on the market, so it's way easier than hand tying it.
It probably is.
Okay. All right, if I take this slow, I won't kill all the needles, but at least it does it.
Here's a bit of dead needle over here.
Right.
Well, that was a brand new needle that lasted 15 seconds.
And we are going through some pretty harsh materials, and
we are.
I am not the easiest on sewing machines.
Okay.
So, all right, I'm gonna let you do that.
Right.
It's all threaded.
Success.
7 years bad luck.
Oh, whatever.
You know how many times I've seen that near drop?
Yeah.
I am
and it finally did.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that, honestly.
No. So if the needles are breaking, does that mean I need safety glasses?
No, just go slower. Here.
Okay.
I have it on full speed.
Let me move this over so we can hopefully share it, because I know
It reaches the ground.
It does?
Yeah,
Oh,
especially if you do that.
Oh, that's amazing, because all mine do not.
Yeah.
So am I just... Oh, I'm zigzagging along...
edge.
So I'm not flat zigzagging. Oh, okay.
No, I just want to reinforce it so if the stitches tear, we have
something
behind it. And instead of doing a regular zigzag, I'm doing a 3-stitch zigzag. So it goes 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's not point, point, point. It's ding, 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 and then ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even though I chopped all of this out of here, it's just going to hold everything together, and then we can just really press it without having to worry about things splitting apart on us.
Cool. Well, I tried to reshoot 2 for this, and of course you got 4.
So
if you want to switch things, not that I have to be the star of the show.
No worries. I was just moving it to.
And you are welcome to talk to people.
So yeah.
And see what they have to say.